If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Okay. From today we are going to start development.
Developing, yeah.
Let me just share my screen. Can you just see my screen?
Do you want me to share your screen or
I'm sharing my screen. Can you see?
are you okay? Yeah, give me a couple of seconds. Yeah, I can, yes. Oh.
So okay, today we are going to start development.
Yeah.
And these are the topics.
Okay.
We're going to learn about Apex.
6, yeah, okay.
Concepts, understanding classes, data types, variables, and all that. We'll see all this. So these are all the topics we're going to cover.
Yeah, come.
So let's start with the basic OOPS concept. Let me explain what is Apex. So any technical knowledge you have, Tashika, you know what is Java, OOPS, class, variables, any idea or completely?
So Java, I normally when I use Oracle, if I have to actually open the report and stuff like that, we use Java.
To open a report?
Yeah. So we need to actually rely on the Java to actually populate reports and stuff like that.
Okay, so any idea how to write Java classes? Like how do we write class object?
No, I don't.
No, okay, so in this Java, it's basically we're going to learn about OOPS concepts. Salesforce has its own language known as Apex. Okay.
Okay.
This Apex, it has its own language, but this is similar to Java. This Apex language, this is similar. This is similar to Java.
Yeah.
Or Java. So in Java, we have something called as OOPS concept. Java is completely object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming language.
Yeah.
What does OOPS means? Object-oriented programming language. Okay. OOPS is nothing but object-oriented programming language. So everything in Java is related to classes and objects. Everything in Java, it is related to classes and objects. So we are going to discuss what is class, what is object. Java itself is object-oriented programming language. So in Java, every time you'll hear classes, objects. So first, let me explain what is class, what is an object. Okay. So to explain what is class, what is object, like normal general example I'll give, later on we'll go to the technical side. So let's say class and object. In Java, everything we have class and object. Okay. What is class? Class is nothing but it's a logical template or just a blueprint. Class is nothing but it is a logical template or a blueprint.
Blueprint, okay.
Object is something that really exists.
Really exist, okay.
To be more precise, let's say if you want to construct a house, you need a blueprint, right? Your engineer will give you a blueprint. He'll give you a blueprint to construct a house.
Yeah.
Plan or blueprint or plan. So here in the blueprint, he'll mention like how many. So this is your kitchen. This is your hall. This is parking slot, and this is your living room. So your engineer will give you a plan. We call it as blueprint. Okay. Based on the blueprint, we'll be constructing houses. So this is a blueprint. Your engineer will give you the blueprint. Based on that, we'll generally construct house.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with the same blueprint, I can construct multiple houses, right?
Yeah, you
Same,
can.
once I have blueprint with me,
Mhm.
similar houses I can construct many. If you
Yeah.
see any colony, all the colonies, I mean any colony, all the houses will look similar.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Was
Okay,
correct.
sometimes if you see a colony, all the houses will look similar.
Mm.
So what they'll do, you know, they'll take a blueprint. With the same blueprint, they'll construct many houses.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm saying is this blueprint in technical way, we call it as a class
Yeah.
because it's a logical limit. And based on this, we are creating houses, right? We call it as object.
Yeah.
So with one blueprint, you can create multiple houses. So technically also with one class, you can create multiple objects.
Yeah.
With the same blueprint, I can create another object. The same blueprint, but I can create multiple houses. So we call that blueprint as class, and this house as an object. Object is something that really exists.
Mm.
Class is nothing but just a logical template.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say now let's take uh, let me take flower as a class. Flower is just a imagination, but real thing is rose is a flower, rose flower. This is something which actually exists. So this
Yeah.
is an object.
Mm.
Okay, sunflower. Excuse me.
Sure.
So sunflower, this is an object.
Yeah.
Jasmine. I mean, this flower is just a logical thinking, but object is rose flower. That flower is really there. Rose flower,
Mm.
sunflower, jasmine. These are really there. So we call them as objects.
Yeah.
Flower is just a class. It's just a logical thing. If you say flower, what do you mean? Until unless I show it, right? This is rose flower. Flower means what comes to your mind. Just an logical thing.
Yeah.
But object wise, rose. If I give you a rose, that is rose flower that really exists. That is an object.
Mm.
Sunflower that is real, that really exists. Jasmine that really exists. Lily, like that.
Yeah.
Now, if you say same, dog as a class, it's just a class. But coming to objects, we have Scooby. I mean the real dogs, Scooby, and you know Tommy. I mean these are dogs that really exist.
Exist. Yeah. True.
So we call them as objects. Dog is just a class, but these are nothing but objects. Do you have a dog as pet?
No, I don't. I don't.
Don't like pets.
I want to have it, but the thing is, you know, if I'm staying by myself, if I have to go out and stuff, it's just too much hassle for me. You know, I need to find someone to look after the dog. This is too much.
Okay. So this dog is a class, and these are like objects.
Mm.
Now you are able to understand objects and class.
Yeah.
Okay. Now coming will you understood general meaning? You understood, right?
Yeah. True.
One
Yeah,
second.
I got it.
1 second. 1
Yeah,
second.
sure.
Hello. Yeah. Yes. Sheetal. Actually, I've gone through the links that you have sent. So in that, you know, I should have access to LMS. I don't have access, so I need the credentials. I need to log in. Yeah. I mean, so how do I log in? I don't have credentials. Yeah, sorry, Krishna.
Yeah, that's all right.
So, yeah, so class and object, like general meaning, you understood, right?
Yeah. So like
Now
how it,
we'll see technical way. How do we write class? Meaning you understood, but how do we write class? So to write class in programming, okay, we have something called a syntax. Syntax. Syntax is nothing but the rules that you have to follow to write anything in coding. Okay, just the way in English we follow grammar, right?
yeah.
See, you can say, I mean, what is syntax? I'm giving you a layman example. Let's say my name is Tashika.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a proper sentence.
Yeah.
You cannot write his name my
Yeah.
his name my Tashika. You cannot write whatever the way you want.
Yeah, true.
Because even though you know alphabets words, to form a proper sentence, you need grammar.
Yeah, true.
Okay, even English is a language where we follow grammar. In coding, in programming, we call it as syntax. I mean, we don't call it as grammar. I mean, syntax is nothing but the rule, the format that you have to follow.
Yeah.
Not only you, everybody should follow the same format. See, in English is a universal language, and everybody should follow the same thing. It's like starting letter should be capital, and the sentence should end with full stop or question mark or exclamation, and the names starting letter should be capital. So these are grammar rules that we follow. Similarly, if to write a code to write any program, you have to follow something called a syntax.
Yeah.
Syntax is nothing but the format or the rules that you are supposed to follow. You have to follow the same rule. Everyone should follow the same thing. Since everybody will follow grammar, that's the reason everyone can communicate properly. If I follow my own rule, no one will understand, right?
Yeah, true.
It's a grammar rule, is everyone, it's a universal. Everybody should follow same thing. That's how everyone will understand. Even in programming also, we have syntax. Nothing but the rules or format that you have to follow.
Yeah.
For everything, there is a syntax. Okay? Those rules you have to follow. All the developers should follow. Clear what is syntax?
Yeah.
So just now we discussed about class, variable, I mean class and object, right? So you understood what is class and what is object, general meaning.
Yeah.
To write class, to write object, you have to follow syntax. There is a syntax for everything. Okay? Let's discuss the syntax of class now. What is the syntax of classes? Access specifier. I'll tell you, I'll explain everything. Access specifier, class keyword, followed by class name.
Okay.
And open flower bracket. Here you'll be having data members, variables, and methods. And close with flower bracket. This is the syntax. We'll discuss one by one. Okay. What is access specifier?
Specifies.
We have three types of access specifier: private, public, global.
Okay.
We have three access specifiers: private, public, and global. What is private means? Actually, if you see, we have in sharing rules, if you remember, private, public, read only, public, read write. We have come across. Private means no one can see. Public means everybody can see. Do you remember?
Yeah, we actually, when we actually created those students and stuff like not student.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in class also we have access specifier. Access specifiers are three types: private, public, global. Private means what are the class you're writing, no one can see it except you.
Yeah.
If it is in private, only no one can access your class. If you make it as public, in your organization, everybody can see that class. If you make it global, outside your organization also, they can see.
Yeah, true.
Private means no one can see. Public means everybody can see in your within your organization. Global means outside your organization also they can have access.
Yeah.
Okay, so these three types. And class is a keyword. Keyword is nothing but you have to use it as it is. Here, class is a keyword. Keyword is something which you have to use as it is. It's a keyword.
Yeah.
Followed by class name. Class name can be anything. You can give any name. I can give a student, employee, just the way we created like objects, right?
Yeah.
So we can give any name like student, teacher, employee, college, university. This class name you can give anything.
Yeah.
And inside variables and methods, and it ends with flower bracket. Open flower bracket, close flower bracket. Inside the flower bracket, you're going to use this variables and methods. What are variables and methods? We'll discuss slowly. I mean, one by one, slowly we'll go. But this is the syntax of your class. Let me give you a few examples so that you'll understand. Private class student.
Yeah.
Don't worry about variables and methods. We'll discuss slowly. Just follow the syntax. Another example. Public class, let's say employee.
Can just have the variable and methods. Okay.
So can I give another two examples? See, listen, class is a keyword. Means you have to use as it is. You cannot change it. Keywords are something you have to use as it is. You cannot change them. Class name you can give anything.
Yeah.
So same following the syntax, give me two examples.
Sorry, are you asking me for the examples?
Yes, yes.
So the class private variable and method, okay. Class public class employee, so I don't know.
You tell me anything. You give your own example.
Okay, so employee, that's, I can give two people name or something like that. Public class employee.
You want to give employee only?
Employee, so I'll just give them like, maybe Sandy as an example.
I mean, see, this is how you have to write public class. Your any class name. Take anything. Like let's say teacher class or
Okay.
anything you can take. Variables and methods. This is how the class will look like. Okay. So can you give one more example?
Public class courses maybe. Yeah. Then again, we need to give the variables and methods. So
Semicolon. Variables ends with semicolon.
yeah.
Done. How to write class syntax? You got it.
Yeah.
Now we'll discuss about variables. What are variables?
Okay, so the variables will be having different.
What are variables? I'll tell you. What are after that? What are methods? Will be. Clear with class syntax? Good.
Yeah.
Now we'll discuss one topic. Variables. After that, we'll go for methods. Variables. Variables are nothing but if you want to store anything. If you see in Salesforce, let me log into Salesforce.
Yeah.
if you create a field in Salesforce, if you create a field, let me create a new field. If you click on new, first what it will ask? Data type, right?
Yeah.
You know what are data types?
We actually discussed our formulas and all those sort of things which where you can actually include things. I mean, in terms of like pick list and all those sort of things. Yeah.
So basically, if you want to create any name, you'll go for text.
Text. Yeah.
To create any phone number, you'll go for phone. To store it in email, you'll go for email. So depending on the values, you'll choose the appropriate data type.
Yeah.
Similarly, let's see, this is how you'll do it in admin, right? Normally. So if you want to store name, the data type you would choose is
Text.
Text. First you would choose text to store name.
Yeah.
And you would choose phone to store phone number, contact number. And these are the different data types to store different values.
Yeah.
So these are nothing but admin data types. Tashika, just give me a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Just a minute. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Tashika.
All right, tell me. That's fine.
So basically,
yep.
So in admin, these are the different data types we have. For email, if you want to store an email, you choose email.
Yeah.
I mean, right? You have to choose appropriate data types. For example, for marks, right? We have chosen number.
And then like average. I mean, like if it's average, then we just need
percent like that. Percentage. And so you know what this, right? For currency, to store any amount related thing, we have currency data type, like for school fees.
Yeah.
Okay, so in admin, to store name, we're choosing text as a data type. To store contact number, we choose phone as a data type. So to store anything, we choose the appropriate data types. Coming to development, we don't have all these data types. The data types we have in development, this is an admin. Coming to development also, we have the data types we have is we have integer, decimal,
integral, decimal, yeah.
String, Boolean, and we have one checkbox field, right? Active. The whether the student is active or not.
Active or inactive, yeah.
Checkbox. Okay. We have Boolean. So all this. These are the data types we have: integer, decimal, string, Boolean, ID. So what is integer? To store any number, we'll use integer.
Integer. Okay.
Okay. So integer means if you want to store any whole number, let's say I want to store like marks or school fees. See, we don't have currency, we don't have number data type in development. We have only integer. So anything which is related to number, you'll be storing an integer. Let's say marks, school fees. All this you can store it in integer. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And coming to decimal, it stores a floating point. Let's say if you want to store some floating number like 120 point decimals, you know, right? Like 0.890. If you want to store such numbers, decimal places, you have to use the data type as decimal. String is anything related to text.
Yeah.
It can be name, it can be email. All these things will come under string. All text related. So you can store text area rich, email also if you want to store anything where alphabets will be there, right? You store that data in string.
Okay.
Numeric thing, you're going to store it in integer. Decimal places, if you want to store it in decimal. Any alphabet related thing, you're going to store it in text. We have checkbox, right, in admin, true or false. If you have checked, you can check the checkbox and check the checkbox. So to store such things, we have Boolean.
Boolean, okay.
It stores either true or false. Boolean is, it will store either true or false.
Yeah.
I mean, for checkbox thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And in Salesforce, there's something called as ID. For all records, we have IDs.
We can't and
see, every record will have ID. See here. Every record will have ID. See. Two accounts can be duplicated, but IDs cannot be duplicated.
Okay.
In Salesforce, the unique data is ID. See, if you see, see here, 4 records are same.
Yeah.
Akbar, Bombay Agricultural Board.
Excuse me.
The values are same.
Yeah. But if
I
you
mean, these
click
are duplicate data, duplicate records, but still ID will be unique.
Okay.
Let me open it.
Okay, that's how you duplicate the tab. Okay.
Yes. Just right click.
Yeah, in duplicate.
So here 4 Akbar records are there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All the values are same, but still the record ID will be unique. I'm opening the first Akbar record. This is the ID. I'm copy pasting. This is first Akbar ID. Next second Akbar I'm opening.
Yeah, and then that's different. Yep.
See, there is a change. Observe carefully here. 2A double AE. 2D double AU.
Yeah.
2Y double AU. I mean, the IDs are different. I mean, you can have similar records, but how do you identify them? Through their IDs. IDs will be unique.
Yeah, sure. Because I mean, like, even though there's a prefix which are like similar, but the
ID we can differentiate them. IDs cannot be same.
yeah,
No
true.
two records will have same IDs. ID is something which is unique across Salesforce. Even though two records are same, their IDs will be different. Every record will have an ID. Not take student. See, it has ID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every record will have a unique ID. Okay.
Yeah.
So to store ID, we have ID data type. This ID is used only to store IDs. Okay.
Yeah.
So in development, we are not going to use these data types. We're going to use only this integer, decimal, string, boolean, ID. Okay. Now let's see few examples. I'll tell you few examples. You see and ask for that. You have variable syntax. First, let's see the syntax of variable. Okay. I told you for everything there is a syntax.
Variables and methods, is it?
Yes. What is the syntax for variable is? Access specifier. Access specifier, data type, followed by variable name.
Yeah.
So let me give an example. I can say access specifiers are again three types: private, public, global. So I'm giving as
Private,
integer
integer.
A. If you want, you can assign the values here. I'm giving integer A equal to 10.
Okay.
End with semicolon. Okay. Public integer. Let me take string.
Okay.
Public string name equal to Kashif.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Public.
Public boolean. Tag.
Oh, true.
True.
True or false. Okay.
It will store only either true or false, not both. Can you give examples?
So I can actually say private integrate. I don't know. Public. So what do you call? I don't know. How can I actually give examples? Okay. So another example. Yeah.
With access specifier, this is a data type. This is a variable name. Variable name can be anything. It will change. You can give whatever.
Okay.
You
So
try you.
So access specifier, I can actually say public. I can't. I say public. Yeah, I can say public, right? Public integer. So what's the scenario? So maybe I just can actually say,
You want to store numbers. Let's say marks. You want to store marks.
huh? Marks.
Marks.
Mm-hmm.
Subject marks.
Mm.
Marks.
So I can actually say
let's say some
marks.
Okay, let's if you want to be more precise, you can have math marks.
Okay.
Math marks 80.
Okay.
Similarly, if you want to roster other subject marks.
Public.
Science.
Have another science. Yeah. Be 70 for something like that.
Like that. Try to give it different data type.
Okay, so then I just do a public. Sorry, maybe I just do a private. Integer course, or maybe I can say store, maybe store. Any stores?
Sorry?
Stores. STOR.
Stores?
Yeah. Super equals to supermarket.
Equal to supermarket? See, integer means it will store only number, right? Supermarket is a text string it is.
Okay. So
Don't get confused. String alphabets can be there.
okay. So store 1, maybe store 2. No, let's actually say that a private integer postcode. Just put postcode.
Private integer?
Postcode.
Postcard. Postcode.
Yeah, postcode.
Yes.
Then I can actually say 2000 as a postcode. And then I just go private integer. Maybe another one, say 3000.
Variable name. Integer, okay. What is a variable name?
The variable, I am going to actually say 3000.
Yeah. What is that? Private integer?
Postcode again.
Okay.
Or maybe I can give the string. Can't I just go to string? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, string.
I mean, with different data types you give.
Private string name is equals to Sydney. Yeah. And then the we are going to actually get the public Boolean flags, or whether that is this, like, or whether we can actually say it's a true or false.
Yes, tell me. Give yes. True or false Boolean we have to give.
Boolean flags, or is it a city or something like that? Then we just can say true.
I mean, anything where true or false will come. You can give anything.
So we just can say, is it a city?
Okay.
Or how do you say public
Public
Boolean
is what is it?
City.
Is that city?
Is it a city? Is it? Now I'm just asking, is it a city? And then we just can say it's true. Is it a city? Okay. True.
Yes. Okay, understood, right? How to declare variables? So basically, you can declare the values here. Even if you don't declare here, no issues. In object creation, you can declare.
Okay.
I mean, this is option. This providing values is an option.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is directly you can define like this. Private string name. You can declare like this also.
Cool.
I mean, without declaring also. We can do, there's something called as object. During object creation, we can assign the values.
Yeah, okay.
So far, any questions in variables?
It's a lot actually. I don't know. It's really strange. I mean, like, no, brand new for me. I mean, in terms of like, how you writing all the private, like, public string and all those two things. But I think something.
I'll make you presenter. Can you just write a class and variable? I'll make you present.
Okay.
When I'll stop sharing, you share. I want you to write class and variables. Till now, whatever we discussed, just show me. Any two classes with variables. You write down whatever that comes to your mind, you write down. Later I'll correct it, but you make an attempt.
Sorry, what do you call this? Is it something finder?
Syntax.
Syntax. And I'm gonna actually do something finder. You said something finder. We'll say the private integer. Okay, so you just have the category that. So the private integer only will have number, and then private string, we will have text. Then we have private boolean. Is it a boolean? Yeah. True or false function. Yeah. Okay. Class, and then what was the other one? I can't remember top of my head. So class and syntax, and then object.
Correct.
We haven't touched
object. We did not discuss about syntax.
Yeah, we haven't discussed, but the thing is, like, no, class and then object are the two types, but we only talked about the class at the moment. So then we just have the private integer, and then what was this thing you told me? Something finder, right? What do you call specific? What's that finder you mentioned?
So can you write class now?
Huh?
Class. How do you write class syntax? Write down class syntax.
So class syntax is the one we just, like, over here. If I go private integer, then I would actually say equals to what's the thing, Carol? Let's actually think about something. What exactly I can think about? So we just can actually say, I don't know. I just say maybe marks, or maybe not marks. We just say marks. What is the percentage? We just say number of users, maybe. So users, users. So we can say 100. Okay, 10, 200, and 120 users. So what are the string we can actually say there? Maybe, yeah, the commute. Say for an example, if someone is actually being a commuter, like a train commuter, so like, so we can actually say number of commuters, which will be 120. The string is going to be the commuter who is actually going for, like, a different type of purposes. Like, we can actually say work is one string, and is the commuter traveling, is commuter is commute for work, then I can say yes, true. Yeah, cool. I mean, to be honest, what is class actually? So class is all these types, right? Like, whatever I just wrote in
So
that.
just a logical template. Just write the syntax. Access specifier, class name, flower brackets.
So class is, as you said, the flower, for an example. Then that is just our kind of like imaginary, but the thing is, in reality, we do have flowers such as sunflower, shoe flower, multiple flowers. And then again, the class of, say for an example, like in a building, for an example, the base, like in our construction, the plan is the blueprint is imaginary, but the thing is, building, actually having actual building is the reality.
So can you just put it in notepad? You write down, I'll tell you. You just write down, I'll tell you.
Okay, so the class is going to be image flower. Then you just go object is just flower. Bulldog. Bulldog. Mousy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I just remember. This is all I remember.
So these are the examples. How do we write technically, I mean, in coding language?
We do have that variable, and what's the thing called? Yeah, variable. That thing, like that find a thing, variable, and something else.
See, I'll tell you. Write down access, make it as public.
Sorry, public, private.
Yeah. No. Class then, example, I'll tell you. No. These are the access specifiers. How to write class, I'm saying. So remove everything now. I mean, close everything, delete everything. How to write class syntax means take an access specifier. Access specifier is either public, class, global, anything.
Yeah. That's the one, specifier.
Access specifier.
That's
space,
where you just go.
Space. No. Write complete thing. Space. Remove that column. Column, space. Class. Followed by class name.
Huh?
Class name. Class name.
Sorry.
Name of your class. Space, class name. Flower bracket.
Sorry, class name.
Flower bracket. Flower. No.
Braces.
Braces. Flower braces.
Sorry, I'm not getting it. What is it called?
Flower braces. Flower bracket.
Okay.
From keyboard, flower bracket. No, not that.
Flower bracket. Okay. Cool. Got it. Also, give me a couple of seconds.
Name. Class name.
Give me a sec. I tried to find out where the flower bracket is. Can I give more?
Beside P alphabet, it will be there.
Yeah.
Name now. Remove that name. Class name you forgot. Space.
Sorry.
Name. Name of your class. Flower bracket.
Yeah.
Flower bracket. Enter.
Variable.
Enter variables. Semicolon.
Variables. Semicolon and name.
And next, enter methods.
And then I just go close bracket.
Methods, DS methods. Next, semicolon, close a class, flower bracket again, close and flower bracket.
Yeah.
This is a syntax, okay? Now you give an example. You take your own example and explain.
Yeah, that's what I, so syntax is this. Then I just go.
Syntax, TAX. Syntax.
Yeah, and then the example. Yeah, the examples I'm just going to actually say the variable item, we just can actually have it as a private, public, or global. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we just can actually say for the private, I am gonna actually say private. What was this thing called? Private integer. Oh my god, I just have
No. Class is a keyword, so you're supposed to use as it is. So that one you're talking about variables. I'm talking about class. I'll give you one example based on that you tell me. So you write down. Hello.
Yeah.
So write down public class. Write class.
Name.
Followed by name. Any name. Let's take college, university, right? Name can be anything. Name can be anything.
Yeah.
Flower bracket. Enter. Variables.
Give me a sec, sorry. Yeah.
Semicolon methods. Next semicolon and close the flower bracket. Close the flower bracket.
Yeah.
Close the bracket. That's it.
Yeah.
Can you give like this another example?
So this is actually known as class, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Give me another example.
Private class. I'm gonna actually have it as what's this thing called? Roles. So say for an example, roles can be CFO, CEO, whatever, CIO and all those sort of things. And then we are going to actually have the variable. And then we can actually do the method. So this thing here, and then we just go the private. Yep.
Yes. Understood how to write class?
Yeah.
Now can I give an example for variable, how to declare a variable?
So the variable is the one we're just going to actually consider this as a class, sorry, private, public, and global.
First write the syntax, I'll tell you. First write the syntax for variable. Syntax. Just like class syntax, we have variable syntax. Write on the syntax.
Sorry. Yeah. So we just go class.
No. I'll tell you syntax. Access specifier. Data type. Space data type. No. Space data type.
Yeah.
Data type.
Space.
Followed by variable name. Variable name. Semicolon. Semicolon.
Semicolon is there.
Yes. I will give you one example now. Public. Integer.
Okay. This is where integer is comes up. Yeah.
A name can be variable name. No. Don't, you should give variable name. Variable name, I'm giving it as A. Variable name can be anything.
Anything, yeah. But it would be
you
a
can
number.
give A, B, C, D, or marks, whatever it is. Age. Public integer age. Give it as age. Public integer age. Semicolon. See, compulsory you have to terminate with semicolon. Okay. Now can you give examples? Give 2-3 examples, but with different data types.
Public integer or private employee, private integer. What is it? What is it? What are the things? Grade.
Okay. Use different data types. I mean, not integer. Integer, you give 2 examples, right? Different one. We have string, boolean, id, all that, right? So.
Yeah. So give me a couple of seconds, or I'm just saying grade. So I'm gonna say string public or maybe global string. I am going to actually give them as I'm gonna say suburb semicolon, and then private in a private string country maybe. And I just can actually say public boolean. Then I can say to them what I'm gonna say. So probably I can say it has to be true. Or
It should be either true or false. Anything that is related to true or false.
Is it is it sky? Is sky blue?
Listen, you're not supposed to use any space, okay? So what you can do is capital S. No. So to differentiate, use capital word. Yes, next space, next capital B to differentiate, okay?
Sorry. Yeah.
Semicolon. True. Semicolon. You can assign values here also. Is equal to true, you can put yes.
Then semicolon. Then we just can actually say
it's BOOLEAN.
LEAN.
Oh, yes. Good enough, Tashika. Wait. Now, see, a semicolon. Now you understood class. Now you understood variables.
Give me a couple of seconds. So is class is going to be the specifier class variable. Okay, these are the classes, and then these are the variable access specifier. And
take a note, yeah.
What was this thing called? You told me access specifier, data type, and variable name. Okay. Oh God! Oh my God! I have like small head to just remember things. Okay, let's actually screenshot it. Give me a couple of seconds. Give me a sec. Give me a couple of seconds, Harry.
Yeah. Yes, please.
So the class is the one with the, okay. Cool, yeah. Cool. I'll have them memorized.
Got it, right? Yes. Now, whatever you have written, class separately, variable separately written. Can you combine class syntax and variable syntax now? Listen carefully. For variables, just you have used variable semicolon. But how to write actual variables, you know now. In the class, you mentioned variable semicolon, method semicolon. Methods we did not discuss, leave it. But variables, you know how to write.
Yeah.
Public integer age is a variable. Inside class, can you add that?
Yeah. So I just.
So write a class with proper variable.
Okay, so give me a couple of seconds. Let me just say age is 13, maybe.
No. Why 13?
Huh? Age.
No. Remove that 13. Remove 13.
So I just put age.
Enter. No. Enter. Say flower bracket. Enter. Now write public integer age. No. Don't give any gap. You can directly write. Don't give any space. Don't give any space. Don't give any space. Write on public integer age.
Then come
Write on
on.
public integer age equal to, you can write age equal to 20. Semicolon. Always remember, if you don't keep semicolon, you'll get error. Okay. Next, write on private integer grade. Give value. Semicolon. See, you'll get error. That's the reason. Syntax error. If you want, you can assign the values. If it no need of assigning the values also. Okay. Private string country.
Sorry, I'm not getting it. Okay,
Private string country. Whatever you give example, same thing I'm telling. Private string country. Semicolon. If you no need of giving values here.
No need
So
to.
if you can give values or no need of giving values. Anything is now right. Public boolean is sky blue.
Yep. True.
If you want, you can give values. Otherwise, no need. I'll tell you where to give values. Like this also can depend. Now you understood how to write class variables. Method is something which we did not discuss. We'll discuss tomorrow.
Okay, so give me a second. Public boolean. If I don't want to say true or thing, so I just had to
just end with semicolon. That's it.
Oh my God, this is so technical for me.
So these are just variables you declared. Now methods. Write down methods. Methods. Okay. Semicolon. What are semicolon? Close the class.
Close the class.
Enter. Flower bracket. Enter and close it. Enter. Okay. Methods. What are methods we'll discuss. Once we discuss methods, again you have to come here and inside the class you have to add them. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Just you have defined methods. What are actual methods we'll discuss.
Okay.
First I told you what are variables, but what are variables? Public integer age. That is actual variable.
This is so high tech for me. Okay. It's high tech. I mean, like, it just seems pretty technical. Okay. Give me a couple of seconds. It's just.
So development, Kashika, compulsory you have to follow or practice. Otherwise, you cannot understand. After the class, make sure at least half an hour or 1 hour you spend.
Yeah, true.
Practice is must and should. If you don't practice other concept, you won't understand anything. Compulsory, you make sure you practice at least for 1 hour.
Yeah, cool.
If you don't practice again, you won't understand other topics because all the topics will be interconnected. I told you, right? Class, now variables, these are interconnected. I've split it and I've explained. That's the reason I've split it and explained. First, I've explained class. Inside class, you have variables. Again, I've explained what are variables. Next, we have joined the class and variables.
Then methods and then. Yeah.
Tomorrow, we'll learn methods. After that, we have to join class, variables, and methods.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Clear? So, you have to practice.
Cool.
Without practicing, I'm telling you, these are just like ABC only.
I know by the look of it.
Much is there. So through practice only you'll get. Make sure that you practice so much. At least half an hour must.
Yeah, cool.
Half an hour you have to practice.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Because in the coming classes, now that I'm giving you simple examples, but you'll have complex examples.
Yeah, sure.
So make sure that you practice well. Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, then we'll catch up tomorrow. Thank
awesome.
You.
Bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.